Hey everyone, Dr. Raleigh Warren here today. So today is going to be a level up for the thrown your back out video. So that would be more of a, call it acute injury for low back, or one that keeps reoccurring, but also there are tips and tricks that I do suggest you do on a day-to-day basis so it doesn't happen again. So this video is going to be more based on if I feel you've leveled up past that first scenario / video and into something that, into a place where we can, hi Coney, hopefully start strengthening the core. So real quick, before we go into what the exercise is, I want to explain why we're doing this real quick. So I'm sure I've said it to you before in the room, or if you're just finding me on this, core is huge for your low back. And when I say core, it's important to understand, I don't mean just your abs. I mean, yeah, your abs are huge in your core stability, but core also means your low back, because this is a whole area, like a hoop, so to say, that creates your stability. And on top of that, you have your hamstrings, you have your glutes, you have your quads. So it's not just one thing. Having really strong six-pack abs, while yes, is desirable, doesn't ensure true core strength or true stability and security in your low back. Sorry, she's very talkative. So that being said, this video is going to be, call it, like I said, a level up, in that I feel comfortable with starting to engage these core muscles and making sure that they're firing appropriately and working appropriately. So these exercises are going to seem silly or maybe even, obviously not intense, because that's a reason. But they're going to be very simple exercises for very specific reasons. So grab something comfortable, mat, and meet me on your mat. And I have a cat on my mat. So we'll see how this goes. All right, see you there. So in conjunction with obviously doing the cat, cow, and child's pose from the first video, those are always ones you can fall back on. But the other one that I like to start out with is called bird dog. So some people might know it as dead bug. That is another option to do, but that again would be another video. So again, if you know dead bug, it's kind of the similar thing, but on your hands and knees. So you're gonna be on your hands and knees, and I'll walk you through this. Hopefully I won't be scratched by Coney. Okay, excuse me, Coney. Okay, yes. So keep this in mind. I'm going to be talking to you, but when you're doing it, I don't want you turning your head and looking one way or another. And hopefully you don't have a cat around you. So you want to keep your head neutral. Obviously don't collapse the neck, but you don't want to be like, I'd say looking up and as neutral as you possibly can. So what you're going to do, you're going to knees hip width apart, generally like in line with your legs, and then in front of a cat if you need. So what you're going to do is you're going to tighten your core, and remember that's going to feel like you're bracing for a punch or you're trying to show off your six-pack. But when you engage this, you should also make sure you feel this part engage as well. It shouldn't just be the front. So you tighten this core, and then excuse me, we're going to start with your right glute, left arm. So you engage your right glute and then tighten core, and then you gently and slowly, I have a couch behind me, so it's not going to go very far, lengthen your entire arm and leg. So like that. When you're coming down, I just want hand back on the mat. What I don't want is where you come back in and you curl in. I just want arm and leg as straight and long as you possibly can, excuse me, while still contracting the core and your glutes, and even making sure like your stabilizing hand is staying nice and strong and engaged. Again, typically on those, I would say each movement counts at once, or one movement. So right arm, left leg is one, and then left arm, right leg is one as well. So 1, 2, if you catch my drift. I would say probably doing 10 on each side, so a total of 20, and then seeing how you feel on that one. If you feel like it's too much to even lift your leg or engage your glute, or it's you're unsteady, pause, talk to me about it, or talk to whoever is managing your case, and they can talk and figure it out more for you. Okay, so next one, I had to move this back a little bit because hopefully you'll be able to see me demonstrate this. So next one I'm gonna do is hip bridges. So this one's gonna be on your back. Again, you're focusing on tightening and engaging core, and glutes. And this shouldn't be just a thrust up from your hips movement. This is a slow, controlled, very engaged butt, glutes, core movement. So again, I'll meet you on your mat. On our back, you can grab a pillow if you want. Hopefully you can see me. Okay, so on this one, tighten core, tighten glutes, and we slowly lift up. This isn't a quick movement. And when you go back down, it's a slow movement down. That one you can do probably about 10, assuming none of that hurt you and it felt okay. Again, if it hurt, talk to me before moving on with that. So last one we're gonna do, and again, hopefully you can see me, is going to be the Superman. So this one can be difficult or not my favorite at times, depending on the patient. So on this one, I do caution if in any point of your low back history, if doing anything kind of like, if cat and cow was painful, I probably would skip this one until either I or your provider feels it's ready for you, or time for you to do it. This round of these exercises, I'm not wanting you necessarily to bring the whole body into extension with the Superman. I'm just kind of wanting a little bit of that upper body movement with the glute engagement. So I would still stick with, if you're comfortable doing this one, don't bring the legs into it just yet. Just keep this one kind of simple. So hopefully you'll be able to see me on my mat. On your mat, on your tummy. And again, when you're coming up into Superman, you don't want to be this far off the floor. It's gonna be a really small, hopefully you'll be able to see me, but you might not, because that's how small of a movement it is. So remember, I don't want any feet coming up. I don't want engaging that part just yet. This one's just kind of be like a little bit of a glute wake up and a little bit of that core engagement, okay? So hands on the back of your head and relax your neck. You're gonna look down, you're gonna tighten, and then you're gonna gently lift up. You just kind of wanna feel a little bit of engagement back here. It shouldn't be painful. At no point should it be excruciating or painful, really. It might be tight and kind of different, but not painful. None of these movements should be painful. If they are, again, pause, come talk to me, and then let's see what we can do. But those are typically the 3 on top of the cat and cow that I will start you out with. So if I've obviously told you to start these, this is a good place to be at. So congratulations, you've made it this far. Honestly, I know it feels like baby steps sometimes, and sometimes it is, but you know, it's you've gotten this far, and that's a huge feat. So everybody, good luck with your exercises. Continue the healing. Can't wait to be a part of what's next in your healing journey. So till next time, again, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on anything. I don't know which way I'm pointing, but anyways, have a great one, and I'll see you next time.